In 12 months, the world you know today won't exist. Not because of war, not because of politics, but because of technology. Silent, tireless, invisible, rewriting the rules faster than most people can read them. This is not a prediction. It's a deadline. And the clock started ticking the moment you opened this video. Imagine this. You wake up one morning in 2026. You reach for your phone, but the app you use to run your small business now looks completely different. Your favorite tool for scheduling clients? Gone. The marketing system you've been using for years? Replaced by an AI dashboard that writes, posts, and analyzes everything automatically. The world didn't ask for your permission. It just moved on. Now, this isn't science fiction. It's happening right now, in offices, in living rooms, in tiny home studios. AI isn't coming for the future. It's already here. Writing content, designing graphics, analyzing data, predicting trends, closing deals. And the question is no longer, will it affect me? It's will I adapt before it's too late? Wake up, because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. If you're still running your business the same way you did a year ago, you're already behind. If your job still depends on manual tasks that AI now automates, like writing, editing, data entry, or customer service, your income is on borrowed time. If you're waiting for things to settle down, they won't. The pace of change is the new normal, and those who adapt, who pivot, will create freedom, flexibility, and wealth in ways most people can't yet imagine. I remember a woman named Sandra, a retired teacher in her late 50s. When she first heard about AI tools, she laughed and said, "I'm too old for that tech stuff." But 2 months later, her pension barely covered her bills. She decided to try something new. She learned how to use ChatGPT to write short guides and uploaded them on Etsy. Her first month, she made $89. Her third month, over $1,200. And here's the wild part. She didn't build a huge business. She built a smart system. Something small, sustainable, scalable. Sandra didn't wait for the world to slow down. She caught up and then moved ahead. That's what opportunity economy is all about. It's not about hustling harder. It's about building smarter. Because right now, we're living through a once-in-a-lifetime digital shift, where wisdom, creativity, and strategy beat hustle every single time. You don't need a degree. You don't need to be a tech expert. You just need to understand this. If you can pivot, you can prosper. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what this 12-month countdown means, not just in theory, but in practice. We'll break it down into what's happening now, what's coming next, and what you can do this week to future-proof your income and stay relevant. Because if you wait until next year to start learning AI, to start building your digital systems, to start creating income streams that run on automation, it'll be too late. The people who start today will be the ones leading the charge tomorrow. So here's the roadmap for this journey. 1. The disruption. Why 2026 changes everything. How AI, automation, and new digital ecosystems are rewriting the rules of business, creativity, and employment. 2. The pivot. Your 30-90-365 plan. What to do in the next 30 days, 90 days, and 12 months to build your foundation. 3. The rebuild. How to thrive, not just survive. The systems, tools, and strategies to scale with less effort, more leverage, and more freedom. Before we go deeper, I want you to pause to think about this one truth. No one is coming to save your career. No one will hand you security anymore. The only security left is adaptability. So take a deep breath. Grab a notebook, because from this moment forward, you're not just watching another video. You're stepping into a movement, the new economy where ideas become income and clarity replaces chaos. If that sounds like the kind of transformation you're ready for, hit that subscribe button and let's build smarter together. Because this next part, what's really coming in the next 12 months, might change how you see everything. Imagine looking at a 12-month clock and thinking, what's really coming and who will be left behind? 12 months may not sound like much time, but history doesn't ask for permission before it changes. It just does. And right now, we're standing in the middle of the biggest professional reset in modern history. The AI revolution isn't just changing how we work, it's changing who gets to work, what value looks like, and how fast you can lose relevance if you stay still. If that sounds dramatic, good. Because this moment is framing your transition. Let's break it down, because clarity is power. The next 12 months will unfold in 3 waves. Wave 1, now 90 days, the quiet shift. This is where the early adopters make their move. Freelancers, small business owners, and even retirees start experimenting with AI tools, not because they're experts, but because they're curious. They learn how to use ChatGPT to write better marketing content, emails, or social captions. Use Canva and CapCut to create clean, polished visuals without hiring anyone. Automate their first task, scheduling, social media posting, customer support, using free or low-cost AI assistants. These small moves don't seem revolutionary at first, but they create momentum. And momentum, my friend, is what separates the old economy from the new one. Wave 2, 3 to 9 months, the mass adoption phase. By mid-2026, what's experimental today will become expected. Companies will start requiring AI literacy, not coding, not technical mastery, but basic comfort. Think about this. In 2023, LinkedIn listed AI skills among the top 5 fastest-growing job categories. By 2026, AI-augmented productivity will be a standard requirement, even for non-technical roles. And it's not just jobs, it's how people learn, sell, market, and even connect. The person who knows how to use tools like Notion, Descriptive, or OpusClip to automate workflows will outpace 10 others still doing everything manually. Because here's the truth. AI won't take your job, but someone who knows how to use AI will. That's the phase where millions wake up and realize, oh no, I should have started months ago. Wave 3, 9 to 12 months. The Great Divide. By the end of the next year, the divide will be impossible to ignore. 2 kinds of professionals will exist. 1, those who pivoted, calm, confident, thriving with systems that run while they rest. 2, those who didn't, exhausted, trying to catch up in a world that's already moved on. We'll see small businesses either explode with growth because they embraced automation or collapse quietly because they didn't evolve fast enough. It won't be about effort anymore. It'll be about efficiency. And here's the wild thing. This divide isn't just economic. It's psychological. Because when people feel like the world left them behind, they stop trying. They settle for less. They give up on the very thing that could have set them free. Learning, adapting, trying something new. That's why the digital pivot isn't just about tools. It's about mindset. Let Opportunity Economy give you insight and help your pivot mindset. Every successful person I've coached or studied has one thing in common. They act before they're ready. They don't wait for permission or the perfect moment or someone to hold their hand. They take the first step, no matter how small, because they know every system starts with momentum. If you can type, click, and think, you can build something in this new world. If you can learn to ask the right questions, AI will show you how to do the rest. This is not a race against machines, it's a race toward leverage. Now, I know some people are scared. They hear AI and think, I'm going to lose my job. But that's the wrong question. The real question is, how can I make AI work for me? AI isn't here to erase you, it's here to amplify you, but only if you're willing to pivot your mindset from replacement to augmentation. Instead of saying AI is taking over, say AI is taking the heavy lifting off my plate. That's how smart beginners, retirees, and solo entrepreneurs are finding new freedom. Not through hustle, but through intelligent leverage. Let's take a dive into a case study, the 90-day pivot. Let me tell you about Darren. He's 42, runs a small local business, used to spend 10 hours a week creating social posts and replying to messages. He learned to use ChatGPT for copywriting and Meta's automation tools for inbox management. Now, that same 10 hours is down to 2. And the time he saves, he uses it to connect with clients, record short videos, and plan growth strategies. The things that actually move the needle. Darren didn't build an empire overnight. He just learned how to stop being the worker and start being the strategist. And that's what the next 12 months are really about. Not AI replacing humans, but humans who know how to use AI replacing those who don't. So let's get real for a second. If you've been thinking I'll figure it out later, later has arrived. Bridge the gap. Take control of your clock. The 12-month clock is ticking, but it's not a death sentence. It's a countdown to opportunity. And in the next part, I'm going to break down what to do in the next 30 days, 90 days, and 365 days to make sure you're not one of the people left behind, but one of the ones writing the next chapter of this new economy. Because remember, this isn't about fear. It's about freedom. And your future is still completely in your hands if you start now. Let's take a look at your turning point, your pivot plan. What to do in the next 30, 90, 365 days. Every great transformation starts with a decision. Not a perfect one, not even a confident one, just a decision to stop standing still. If you've made it this far, you already understand the truth. AI isn't the enemy. Time is. And time is the one resource no one can automate. So let's talk about your plan. Not theory, not hype, but the exact digital pivot blueprint you can follow over the next 12 months to stay relevant, profitable, and at peace in this new economy. We're going to break it down into 3 timelines. The first 30 days, the first 90 days, and the first 365 days. Each one is designed for you. The beginner, the small business owner, the retiree with wisdom to share, or the professional ready to pivot without a degree. The first 30 days, build your digital foundations. This is the awakening phase, the moment where you step from I don't know where to start to I've finally begun. Think of it as your first digital footprint. Here's what to do. 1. Set up your digital home base. Create a Gmail or Outlook account with your name or business. Claim your social handles on at least 1 or 2 platforms, Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. Create a simple digital business card using Canva or hihello.me. You're not trying to impress anyone yet, you're just showing up. That's half the battle. 2. Choose one AI assistant and make it your co-pilot. Start with ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini. Learn to ask simple questions like, write a welcome message for my business page, or create a weekly plan to grow my visibility online. It's not about mastering prompts. It's about building comfort with the language of the future. 3. Build one small digital habit per week. Maybe it's creating your first short video on Canva. Maybe it's asking ChatGPT to help you write an email. Maybe it's researching your niche using Google Trends. Every small action builds your digital confidence muscle. By the end of 30 days, you'll no longer say, I'm not techie. You'll say, I'm learning fast. The first 90 days, create your digital system. Once you've found your rhythm, it's time to build a system that saves you time and energy. Because remember, the goal of opportunity economy isn't to hustle harder. It's to build smarter. Here's your next phase. 1. Choose your core 3 tools. Pick one for each of these pillars. Productivity, Notion, Trello, or Google Keep. Creation, Canva, CapCut, or Descript. Automation, Zapier, Meta Business Suite, or Systeme.io. Then, spend 1 week learning each tool. Watch YouTube tutorials, follow free courses. Practice by building something small, a post, a checklist, a workflow. You'll start to notice something magical. You no longer need to chase time. Time begins to obey you. 2. Create your first digital product or offer. Maybe it's a printable checklist, a 5-page guide, or a short video course. Use AI to help outline it. Use Canva to design it. And use Systeme.io or ConvertKit to share it. Your goal isn't perfection. It's proof of concept. You're showing yourself that your knowledge has value. 3. Build your confidence through repetition. Each week, do one thing that scares you a little. Post a video, write a blog, share your journey. This isn't vanity, it's visibility. Because in this new era, visibility is currency. If people can't find you online, they can't hire you, buy from you, or learn from you. By the end of your 90 days, you'll have a rhythm. A small digital business system that works with you, not against you. The first 365 days, automate, monetize, and multiply. This is where the transformation happens, where you go from experimenting to expanding. The goal here isn't more tools, it's more leverage. 1. Build your automation foundation. Start integrating tools. Use Zapier to connect your forms and email. Schedule your social posts in advance with Metricool or Buffer. Use ChatGPT or Jasper to write newsletters automatically. Automation isn't cold, it's clarity. It gives you back your time to focus on the human work, connection, creativity, purpose. 2. Package your expertise into digital assets. This is where you pivot from consumer to creator. Turn your experience into an ebook, a digital course, a mentorship session, a paid template or toolkit. Even if it earns $50, it proves something powerful. You can make money while you sleep. 3. Build your ecosystem, your opportunity engine. Now you're not just online. You're strategic. You have tools that talk to each other, systems that run smoothly, and a small brand that represents transformation. In the opportunity economy, your voice is your value, and every piece of digital content you create is a seed that grows into future income. By the end of your 365 days, your story changes from "I'm trying to catch up" to "I'm finally in control." The power of consistent micro-pivoting. Most people fail in digital transformation because they try to leap instead of pivot. They expect overnight mastery, not gradual evolution. But real change doesn't happen in marathons. It happens in moments. When you choose to spend 10 minutes learning a new app instead of scrolling. When you write your first AI prompt instead of doubting your skills. When you record that first imperfect video. Those small pivots compound. They create a momentum that in 12 months makes you unrecognizable, not because you changed everything, but because you finally changed direction. So here's your invitation. Before you move on, pause this video, open your notes, and write down one thing you will do in the next 24 hours to start your digital pivot. Don't wait for confidence. Confidence doesn't come before clarity. It comes from clarity. And if you want a guided companion to walk this out step by step, download your free digital pivot starter kit in the description below. It includes your 12-month pivot checklist, free AI tools directory, the 7-day starter challenge to master your first 3 tools, because the future isn't waiting, but it is welcoming. And you still have time to pivot if you start today. Finally, let's look at the pivot blueprint, how to survive the 12-month countdown. Now, let's move from warning to weaponry. You've heard me say it before. This isn't about fear, it's about focus. Because the same AI and digital tools that are replacing tasks are also replacing limitations if you know how to use them. So here's how you pivot in the next 12 months, not with panic, but with precision. Step 1, define your digital identity. If someone Googled you right now, what would they find? A blank search result? A scattered past job listing? Or a clear, confident story of who you are becoming? Because in the new digital economy, your online footprint is your first resume. It's not about being famous, it's about being findable. If you're a beginner, start with something as simple as a free Gmail, a personal website, or even a single social media platform where you share what you know. If you're a retiree or professional pivoting, use your life experience as your credibility. Your story is your brand. You don't need to fake expertise, you just need to show transformation. Remember, people don't follow perfection, they follow progress. Step 2, choose your 1-degree pivot. You don't have to rebuild your life from scratch. You just need to adjust your trajectory by 1 degree consistently for the next 365 days. If you're a small business owner, that might mean automating your marketing. If you're an entrepreneur, it might mean using AI to scale content and systems. If you're starting over, it might mean learning one new skill. Prompt writing, video creation, digital offers, or AI design. The biggest myth is that you need to know everything to start. You don't. You just need to start. Step 3, master the 3 levers of digital leverage. Here's the truth most people miss. There are only 3 levers that build momentum fast in the AI economy. 1, automation tools. Free or low-cost AI platforms like ChatGPT, Notion, Zapier, or Canva that multiply your output. 2, digital assets. Products, systems, or resources that earn or serve while you sleep. 3, authority content. What you share publicly to build trust. Tutorials, stories, or results. These 3 are your new resume. They replace degrees. They replace gatekeepers. They are your freedom engines. Step 4, the 30-90-365 plan. Here's your real challenge and your advantage. In 30 days, start small. Create your first AI-assisted routine, maybe an automated newsletter or a content batch system. In 90 days, build your digital foundation, an online presence, 1 offer, and 1 automated workflow. In 365 days, evolve from operator to owner. Your time should shift from doing everything to leading systems. And here's the twist. This 12-month transformation doesn't require 12 hours a day. It requires 30 minutes of daily consistency. That's the new compounding. Step 5, anchor your transformation. The biggest danger in this digital shift isn't missing a trend. It's missing your truth. You can have all the AI tools in the world, but if you don't anchor your purpose, you'll just automate confusion. That's why every tool you adopt should serve your story. Every post should connect to your path. Every pivot should move you closer to freedom, not just busyness. The question isn't, Can you keep up with AI? The question is, can you keep up with your future self? If you've made it this far, it means you're ready to pivot, not later, but now. And to make that easier, I've created a free 12-month digital pivot blueprint, your roadmap to build your online foundation, master AI tools, and create income systems that work with you, not against you. Download it below, and don't just watch this video. Act on it, because 12 months from now, you'll either be catching up or cashing in. Watch next. Digital tools for 2026 you must know: work smarter, not harder, and 3 simple business systems to stop overwhelm and grow smarter. Download your free pivot blueprint, link in the description, because your next 12 months can either be the end of your old story or the beginning of your new one.